How you doing? What are you... Ow!
Don't eat my plants. Don't eat my plants. The whole bath. Oh my god! Please, oh my god.
And the disaster.
All right. I should be fair. There is one good cat in my life. Hold on, I'll show you. Best boy up. He's a good cat. The rest of you are like cats, but not in the good way. Let's take a quick look at last week's debate. It was whether or not AI tools should be allowed to be used in interview processes. I had two adjudicators in the room with me. Mang Moom was a guest adjudicator and Trust adjudicated along with me, and the call was unanimous last week. Call went in favor of Proposition. Proposition was able to argue successfully, and I think that the winning point for Proposition really was that if it's allowed in the job, so if you're allowed these AI tools in the actual job, it should be allowed in the interview process. So Bible put up a good fight. It's cheating. What happens when they actually get the job? Destroys the interview trust. It's fundamentally dishonest. There's a difference between using AI and faking your credentials. But at the end of the day, what it really comes down to was that opposition couldn't really show that programmers shouldn't be allowed to use the tools that they are going to use in their actual job. They shouldn't be using these tools in their interview process. What I wanted to see was the fundamental skills being addressed, like the actual fundamental skills. Now, I know that Bible tried that. She gave this example of what happens if a bridge that you built collapsed, but it was an example. It needed backing up. It needed a lot more information into the sort of like appeal process, sort of structuring your argument in a way that was going to be more convincing. Oryu sums it up really nicely. AI is not a replacement for human skill. It's just a tool, okay? So it's just something that programmers will use, and if it's already the thing that's being used in the job, then it should be allowed in the interview. There's a certain threshold of skill that is still needed, okay? So if you could not code at all, if you had no clue, you wouldn't make it past the interview anyway, because there is still a certain amount of skills that you have to have, even just to use the AI tool. So Trust and Mang Moon were unanimous, and I agreed with them that the call did go to Proposition. Booty, you did a good job trying to rebut, but at that point I think that both Oryu and Preem sets up very nicely the idea that AI is created to assist, not to completely replace. So the debate did go to side Proposition, to Oryu and Preem. Congratulations, guys.